Man, after having this same task for so long, or same contract, I'm finally gonna be able to complete it. I need 10 cookie nuts. Good there, but yeah. So we finally got a redwood, and just happened to be from, you probably would guess, doing the Kingdom of Miscellanea, which is great, so we ran out of prayer potions. And although we only got like 90 or so, I think, Renaras from the drop itself, we did get quite a bit. I don't want to do that. We did have quite a bit stashed up already, I think like 200 plus, so we're over 300 at this point. Just need to go actually get them done. Just figured I'd do one kill. It is currently 4:45 in the morning, and yeah, did one kill. Got the burning claw. So now we can actually get the burning claws. Still no, obviously, synapse, which is the main thing we're wanting, but that is pretty cool. So we're averaging about like 400 and change, I guess, on the actual drops, because it was like 489 or something like that for the other one, and then this one was like another 300 and some change, 400. Oh, cool. And the back-to-back, never lucky. Hey, there we go. Burning claws. Ooh, ooh. We do have a person located over here. Nice. Oh, and Renard? That's crazy. Right. Fail. Need some more soul runes before we go, or not soul. Astral. Soul? Yeah, need more soul runes. So probably have to go buy some more of those at the shop, and then maybe we'll do a little bit more. We're gonna stop at 824 right now. It's upgrade though. I wasn't expecting it, but we finally got the drop. Like another 300 and almost 400 kills, I guess, later. I think it was like 819 or something, right, for our last one. But we finally got it. I'm at a loss. Now we can finally go do krill and a whole bunch of other stuff, and yeah, we're free. I'm gonna go make this, so I'll be back. And the question is, do we just combine? Oh, it didn't look like we did anything cool. A little disappointing. It's finally... Oh, it looks so cool. Obviously, I think with Crystal, we're not going to be able to actually run this, so I'm going to have to probably get some of my other armor, which I don't know which we have. Just some, yeah, prayer focus would be the best. Okie dokie. We're going to go do that. Well, switch out my gear, and then I'm going to go for the back-to-back, so let's see if we get that. Yeah, dude, this thing hits like a truck. Obviously, I lost a lot of prayer, which is a little unfortunate. No back-to-back, no lucky. So that kind of sucks, but yeah, this thing definitely makes good use of my 30k rune arrows from, I think, CG as well as this endeavor. So overall, this is kind of what we ended with. We obviously got 2 of the claws for our first drops, and then the synapse finally at 1175, which isn't too bad. We got a whole bunch of alcohols we got to get through, teleports, obviously. We did have to restock twice or so from the shop, mainly for soul runes. I did buy a whole bunch of fires too, but I went through those pretty quick. We got some spirit seeds, just normal seeds here. We got a dragon fruit yesterday, magics, mahogany, you name it. Then outside of that, probably the biggest thing has just been the experience here. So it's been pretty crazy. I think I did around 300 on task, and then the rest have been off task. So I mean, even with that said, like, it's been a great experience. I forget where I started, but like, we're 87 for, you know, attack defense. We're almost 99 for strength. We're dang close to 99 for HP. And then our magic is up. Range is about to hit another level. It's just been overall very, very, very good for experience. So would highly recommend it. Obviously, like, during the day, I can't really do it too much, like, while I'm working. So I did lose a little XP, say, on more 8k stuff, but that's okay. And then our final combat level got up to 116. So again, it's just been super nice. We have lost a little bit of money. I don't know if this is actually worth it for this amount of kills. I mean, technically we are now under rate, because this is like a 501, I think, for the claws. And then this is a 500. So technically we're under rate, but didn't feel like it. and I'm just so glad this grind is finally over. So now main thing we want to use it for is krill, and then we'll hopefully get pasta there and just kind of continue on with the account. So yeah, oh man, it feels so good. Kind of funny, I've been here so long, well, doing this Tormented Demons grind for so long that the house portal and the season has actually changed. Well, not the house portal, but the season itself. Kind of funny. And I'm sure our bank has some decent cleanup, so that's probably what we're gonna do next. And then I'm gonna go hit up the kingdom. I haven't done tiers in forever, so I'll probably knock that out. And then some just general account chores, if you will. Some of the dailies that I haven't done for like a month and some change. And I'm sure I probably already mentioned this before, but if you guys didn't know, for the Giant Soul Amulets, we have the old quests over here, these two quests, the Rag and Bone Man, part 1 and part 2. And there's the old man over here that will actually trade these for big bones, which you use to charge it. So quick teleport, just dig site, and then you can come over here. See, there's some 30 here. I don't know if we can already use these on him. I know I've talked to him previously. Okay, makes life easy. So 30 bones, 30 big bones per amulet, which isn't too bad. And it's a 1-to-1, so I think this and one bone, one law to actually have a charge. And after a long waited time, we finally have our contract done here. So let's go at... Alright, what do we get? Okay, that's easy enough. And we'll have to come back and do herbs, so. Well, looks like I just found the entire gang that just showed up while I was doing some Zulrah. Jesus Christ. Little PK clan. Some have already teleported out by the time I actually booted up the software to record this, but holy. So kind of a funny thing, but ended up getting 140 kills on Zulrah right now, just going through doing some kills with the Twin Flame staff, which has been pretty great. It's also the first time I've actually ever used any of my Tome of Fire charges, because technically I've used it all for either TPs or just like high alkene, or you know, just any non-combat spell essentially, which doesn't drain it. So I did start off with like 16.5k or so, and now we're down to 15.3. But the cool thing is 140, 140, 114. Would have been cool for the trifecta, but still kind of neat. Nothing too crazy on this. However, we did actually get the Magic Fang, which is a little ironic because we don't actually have the item this is used for. So we're still working towards both the tentacles for that, as well as just an overall Trident of the Seas drop, which we don't have in, let's see, Kraken, almost 1,000 kills, so 900 kills. We have no Trident of the Seas, only 3 of 10, I think, for what we need on this. But we have the jar, so it is what it is. Anyway, can continue on for this. Man, the money difference here, and just compared to Tormented Demons, night and day. So apparently I just got a new PV, even though it's just 114, so I must be very close. Well, maybe to 113, but at least somewhere in the 114 point something. So kinda neat. Oh, you know, just doing the usual grind. Gonna get our 5% back here. And yeah, still killing Zulrah. Oh, what's that? I got the Visage. kind of crazy. So we're up to 170 kills. We have Visage. I forget if I showed the jar at this point, but I actually got the jar as well. And we got the Fang, not the or was it Tanzanite or whatever. So we didn't get the Tanzanite, which is for the blowpipe. We got the other one, which I think is just the Magic Fang. So kind of spooned, not gonna lie. Pretty sweet though. So we'll go make this, and we'll add that to our inventory setup for Zulrah, and yeah, that should help quite a bit. This will just be a sample, but I am going to go ahead and try out some of the Venenator bow, which we haven't used yet, on these guys. So we have 2 back-to-back tasks that we'll go ahead and try to knock out here, and we'll see how this goes. Instead of actually bursting, we'll do some range bursting to kind of catch up. We got a lot of arrows to use, might as well. Yeah, so definitely not as bad as I thought. It's definitely much more AFKable than like a normal burst task, so that's probably the most positive thing. about an hour for about 250. I had to dip away to get some more prayer pots and stuff. So that was the main thing. Yeah, pretty straightforward. I'm going to go ahead and grab the other Abbey task out of here, then we'll free up our storage as well as our normal, and call it a day, I guess. Talk to you later. It's kind of funny. I think this is the longest I've gone, well, I guess considering my other account, where I have 199, I don't have another 99, but I've been pretty close with strength. I kind of stopped training that to get my attack and defense up, but I'll be, so max level is 2277, and so I'm like 230-ish levels off, and I'm just about to hit my second 99. It's like, nice. It's great for initial supplies on the Iron Man and stuff. That's usually why most people rush it. And there used to be a mechanic before they updated it where your hit points kind of came in, so you want to start with low hit points to get less damage and use those food and stuff.
Level up completed.
There we go. And there it went. Level 99 hit points, boys. Wow. So there it went, and you didn't see all the fireworks for as long, but congratulations. Level 90. So I go buy a cape for that and stuff. But yeah, there it comes and there it goes. Now just more AFK. Well, that was unexpected, but we eventually needed to go get some more tackle to actually purchase another one anyway, so it's not the end of the world. It's also our first Onyx drop for any boss, so that's pretty cool. However, obviously I heard the collection log. I was hopeful for the thing. Don't really care about these two, or maybe the pet would have been cool. But yeah, I think it's been about 200 or so since our last drop, so I'll take that either way. Nice. Well, just got another one. So now we went from getting our first ever Onyx drop to getting our second ever Onyx drop within, you know, the span of 5 or 4 KC, whatever it is. Kind of wild.
And with that, we now officially have level 97 magic, the longest level before 99. Just kind of going through on this, nothing too crazy for drops. Obviously we got the 2 Onyx, and everything else have kind of shown up at this point. So the money here is pretty insane again compared to Tormented Demons. Granted, I didn't get a lot of Synapse drops, just that one, so that's where the main money comes from, where this one we actually have other uses for these drops, which are great for an Iron Man. Unfortunately, nothing to report here, but I will say that my kill count is pretty lit. Ha ha ha.